everybody, how's it going? It's asieloshunyeyeo coming to you guys with another video on my YouTube channel. And this video is going to be a going back to another video of talking about Shango and my experiences with Shango. Okay, so let's start off by reminding you all that my book is out, Expansion of the Bodung. Make sure you get your copy. This is what it looks like. You can find it on Amazon.com. Okay, my first book. My second book is already done also. I just have not released it yet. But the first one is out and you can get your copy, Expansion of the Bodung. So, if you follow me, you know that there was another video that I had done quite a while ago in which I was talking about Shango, and I had made a side note that I needed to talk about my experiences with Shango. So, and that is what this book, that this video is about. It is about my experiences with Shango from when I was a kid to this point now in my life, which now I'm 33 and I was crowned when I was 9. So let me start off. If you guys remember in the video, you know, I'm talking about different things about Shango, the children of Shango, etc., and experiences or whatnot. And I want to talk about what happened with me and Shango. So as you guys know, Shango is, you know, one, I'm Cuban. I was born in Cuba and raised in Cuba until I was 9. Or like a month before I turned 10 is when I left Cuba. So when I got crowned as a kid, my situation was this: the fact that I was a young boy in a very like machismo type of community, and I could tell that I was, you know, a little gay, you know. So I don't know what the situation per se may have been in my own head at that time, but when it came to Shango, I always felt this very overwhelming feeling. One, because I felt him like he was just too much of a man, and he was too much of a strong energy, and it was too much of, you know, it was just too much male vitality or male virility and like and the type of stuff, and I wasn't really ready for it. So we have to remember that where I come from and where many of you who practice the religion come from too, you know, men have to act in a certain way and women have to act in a certain way, etc. By the age of 9, I was very clear, it was very clear in my head, you know, that I wasn't really precisely a heterosexual man, you know. I enjoy being a man, I enjoy being a guy. I definitely, in modern terms right now in 2022, I guess I'm a cis man, a cis gay man or whatever, although I don't precisely consider myself either a gay man per se, but I am more attracted to men than I am to women or anything like that, and I have always only dated men. You know, but Shango represented something that was definitely outside of me that I couldn't really comprehend. And then, as you all know, Shango loves women in a very sexual way. So it definitely took me quite a while, you know, as a kid and as being part of the religion and my worship with this particular Risha. It took me a minute before I felt actually comfortable with the Ache of Shango. So in my teenage years is, you know, when I started feeling more comfortable as a person and exploring things, and Shango really does represent sexuality, you know, and most of us start around our teens and whatever, and you know, I mean, anyways, I can say other things, but most people start around their teens and you really start exploring sexuality around your teenage years and your early 20s, etc., etc. So it definitely took me quite a while until my teen years for me to start feeling slightly more comfortable with Shango. And it wasn't until my late teens, around 18 or 19, that I really became really comfortable with Shango and his Ache and his energy and his ways, etc., and what I thought and I felt about him. So I want to talk about different things. For example, that as a kid, I feel like Shango energy was also very male authoritative, and I've always have had an issue with male authority, or I guess some sort of patriarchal thing, although again, I am a guy and I run my own house, etc., you know, but I am also very fluid in many things because I like to be a guy, but I also want to wear like shiny jewelry and pretty rings and pretty stuff, and like, I don't dress up as a woman, and I don't really do like um too much, gay stuff, I guess, if you want to call it that. But I did paint my nails for a while, and I was like, I had long nails also for a little bit. And, I have long hair. It's covered, obviously, now by my hat, but, I do have long hair, although I don't really wear it down too much, too often, etc. But it took me a while for me to become more comfortable with my male energy, and with my, not just my male energy, but my personal integration of my being an expression of myself. And I feel like that came out through Shango. And as I matured and I leaned more on Shango, he definitely taught me a much softer side of him that has encouraged me to continue expressing myself and being able to express myself. So, I have no issue wearing certain things, that some people may feel like they, cannot wear it. And that's also what I noticed when I was a kid. Also, that I always have said that I feel like as a gay man, I have a lot more freedom than as a straight man. You know, in Cuban in Cuban society and mentality and things like that, like if you do certain things or if you wear certain things, people are gonna say like, "Oh, he must be gay because he's wearing that ring." Excuse me, he's wearing that ring, so he must be gay, or he must be gay because he likes shiny stuff or whatever. And I realized that very young too, and I was like, I might as well just be gay, considering, because I'm still gonna wear the rings, I'm still gonna wear the jewelry and wear whatever the heck I want to wear, at any point. I feel like through Shango is where I was able to come to terms with my expression of my masculinity and my expression of my femininity, because I consider myself quite in the middle personally, but to some people I may be a little more masculine, to some people I'm a little bit more feminine. I don't know how you look at me, but I definitely try to express myself in a very neutral aspect at most times, just as a priest, more so than one role or the other or whatever. But I have always felt very comfortable in my skin and as a guy and with my beard and my stuff, and looking like a dude and stuff like that. But I still want to do whatever the heck I want to do. So I have come through Shango to the realization of just being me and doing what I want to do, and also having the personal power to defend who I am and what I am, and like stand out and just simply be like not intimidated by the situation or the people around me or the whatever, and I can just stand on my own ground, So I feel like he definitely helped me to become more confident in that aspect. The other thing too was the people that I was meeting. I feel like a lot of times some of the children of Shango that I was meeting when I was a kid were just a little too rude or too brute for my taste, or too heterosexual for my taste, because there is a whole part, I don't even know how to express it, and I'm not trying to attack nobody obviously, but there is like a whole culture for heterosexual men, at least in Cuban stuff, that you gotta act a certain way and do certain words and movements and things that I'm just like, girl, ain't nobody got time. But I do whatever the fuck I want to do. So I feel like a lot of the people that I had met at that point, I was like, oh damn, this is what I can expect of Shango, and I would have a clash of energy with Shango in that sense. And it wasn't until later on that I started meeting other people or other children of Shango and stuff, that I also started to see and some of his daughters, that I started to see a softer side to Shango also, which definitely helped me also to get closer to Shango. So Shango as a gay man, this is also an issue for people that are like transgender or women, and that want to be extra feminine or whatever sometimes, because Shango does represent such a strong masculinity. Some people may have an issue with it, like I did also in the beginning. I couldn't really express it or channel it, I guess it's a better word. I couldn't really channel his energy so much because I constantly had like a battle with my own identity, but once your identity and yourself person is put together and your persona or whatever is put together, I feel like Shango is definitely extremely empowering, and he has definitely been very empowering to me. By now, I feel like in my 20s, um, I was definitely exploring Shango more in a sexual way, and then by now that I'm in my 30s, I feel like Shango has become such an integral part of my worship and such a strong person or such a strong Orisha for me to go to and have a conversation with. So by now, I feel like I have become so close and connected with Chango as I have become more comfortable with myself, and it has been a it has been a mixture of both things: my worship of him and him manifesting to me, and my work and my acceptance of myself and myself building myself up and standing up for myself. And it has been a mixture of all these things that has really helped me out with understanding Chango and seeing Chango and how I express Chango, although I'm a child of Ochum, which is another thing too that naturally, as a child of Ochum, I, am definitely obviously very creative and very spontaneous and this and that and the other, that with to some people, a heterosexual man that may be doing some of the things that I do, they may consider a gay. And we really have to learn as a society and as a religion and as a community and as a world to allow people to just express themselves in whatever they want to do and not assign so many gender roles to everything so strictly. A male can be a painter, a female can be a painter. A male can be a surfer person, a female can be a surfer person. A male can be a basketball player, a female can be a basketball player. I feel like that's something that, as long as you feel comfortable within your being, your actions and your expressions and what you choose to wear are not precisely something that, binds you down. But I do feel like Chango, being the epitome, I guess, of masculinity, and Ochum being the epitome of femininity, okay, within our religious framework, it is very interesting to see how people that have, gay or lesbian or transgender, have to deal with those energies and those orishas and stuff. So if you have seen my other video in which I was talking and making the side note that I was going to make this video, this is a response to that, and that is my experience with Shango. By now, I have had wonderful experiences with Shango, and I adore him and I worship him really well, and everything is really nice. And at the end of the day, it has become more of a personal empowerment to just be myself and express myself more so than anything else, through his own personal worship and through my own personal relationship with him too. So with that being said, we come to, I hope all of this makes perfect sense to all of you, and if not, go back to my videos on Shango so you can see what I'm talking about and why I made this particular video. I would like to know how all of you express yourself and how comfortable you are within your own skin, and how you feel that your relationship with an Orisha has helped you out to do something better and to express yourself better and to reaffirm yourself better in your life. So get back to me in the comments, and remember that you have to please purchase my first book, Expansion of the Bodum by asieloshunyeyeo. It is wonderful. It is filled with good things, good information, and I would just, be delighted and honored if you, my viewer, reads it. So with that being said, remember also that I have my Etsy store, Sweet on Either Size. I will put the link down here too. You can find it. You can order stuff from me on that website too. And you can find me on social media, on Facebook and on Instagram, and I'm putting that stuff there too, etc, etc. So anyways, Chango, Cabo Cabiosine, para Lupo, Lufino, Baco, So, Ba, Chango, Baba. Usted siempre me acompañe. Everybody, I wish you all the best. I will see you guys in the next video, or you guys will see me, better yet, in the next video. But I do see you all in my mind as a beautiful theater, just looking and staring at me. But that's just me. That's how I visualize things. Anyways, I hope you have liked this video. I will see you in the next one. And many blessings to all of you. And, leave your comments in the bottom. And, yeah. Anyways, ashe, to.